All right. Against my better judgment. We'll march on. The AHL team moves on. A lot of those guys might be playing for jobs too. I don't even know. I don't even know, man. AHL teams go into the conference final. 59-win season. They'll play the Providence Bruins. They win. They win. Otto Koivula gets hurt. They lose. They lose, boys. You just got shut out in back-to-back games. Are you joking me? And then you win in a shutout, and you move on to the Calder Cup final to take on the Iowa Wild. Stanley Cup final as Oilers Leafs. My God. Oh, game 1, loss. Game 2, loss. Back-to-back. Oh, my God. How? How do we lose 3 games in a row? 5-1? What? How is that even possible? That we lost 3 games in a row, 5-1. We got outscored 16-3. 16-3. I hate this challenge now, officially. Everything about it, as the Oilers have likely just won the cup, and they do. So we lost in the Calder Cup final, and then lost to the eventual Stanley Cup winners. At least it means I don't have to look at Edmonton's roster. We already know what the hell they look like. I don't care about the points. God, this series. Oh my God. I don't even know. There's the bracket for you. Give me a second as I try to scroll through my Twitter likes from the past week, because there is the perfect video to sum up what this game makes me feel like. There is the perfect deal, and I am going to sit here and scroll until I can't scroll no more. I don't care how long it takes. I am going to find this, and I promise you it will perfectly sum up the past 2 seasons. Unfortunately, it appears to have been from over a week ago. But I don't care. I'm still scrolling, baby. And if I don't find it, then I'm going to cry. Because all of this was for nothing. God help me. God help. I can't even find this. This is just this. What's worse? Me scrolling through Twitter and not even showing myself scrolling through Twitter? Or the fact that this team... Aha! Here we go. You want to know how this game fucking makes me feel? Here you go. This is where we're at right now. Welcome to the Chings. Welcome to the Chings, everybody. This is fucking bullshit. It's all bullshit. Let's take a look at the awards. God damn it. Chicago, Toronto, Edmonton. Tampa won another Presidents and did nothing. Kucherov wins the Art Ross and the Hart. The Norris went to Roman Josi. Lady Bing to Matt Boldy. Calder to Lavoie. McDavid won the Conn Smythe. We'll have to look at his points. Carey Price did, in fact, win the Vezina. The Jennings to Vasilevsky. The Masterton to Zadorov. Jack Adams to Montreal's coach. Bergeron wins another Bergeron Award. Ted Lindsay to Kucherov. And the Rocket Richard to Kucherov. In the AHL, Stenberg was the top point getter. And the league MVP. And the top goal scorer. And the top rookie. Oh my God. Rathbone was the top defenseman. Casey DeSmith, top goaltender, MVP of the playoffs. was Hunter Jones, who we nearly signed but didn't. Remember when we almost signed Hunter Jones and then Minnesota kept him? And then he went and beat us in the Calder Cup final? We're just not allowed to have a good time. I'm just gonna throw out the word conspiracy. We're just not allowed to have a good time. Now, if I'm not mistaken, of course, we just got the confirmation on new salary cap stuff. In terms of deals that are coming up, Vanacek is gone. Lindbergh's gone. Stuart Skinner's probably gone. Olivier Rodrigue, we can look to keep. Lindblom as well, we can look to keep. The other three are gone. Defensively, I cannot in good faith give Devon Taves $8 million with his lack of playoff performances, so he's gone. Ty Smith will be staying. Ty Smith will definitely be staying. We'll try to keep it on another one-year deal since the RFA status is still there. And we will go with the old 85% offer, which will be $5.5 million for the year, which would be phenomenal. Alexiev wasn't that bad. He wasn't outstanding. He's not asking for too much. We can keep him for another year. Hopefully at 2.425, which would be great. Timothy Liljegren I've had enough of. Liljegren can go. Nick Hague. Hague can stay. Hague can stay. We got one RFA year left with Hague, which means at the end of next year, we have to know definitively if Nick Hague is worth keeping on this team. 2.525. Yoki Haru had a really good AHL season. We'll try to keep him. Jack Rathbone was Defenseman of the Year. We will also try to keep him. Kalen Addison still has a chance to get better. We'll keep him. Sean Dursey at this point is 25, so we're probably going to drop him. Tough call with he and Fleury. To be honest, I think Kale's gone, and I think Dursey's probably gone too. Because you factor in like a Smith, Alexiev, Hague, Yoki Haru, Rathbone. It's tough from there. We'll come back to that. For the forwards, Tarasenko. Not good enough. I'm going to guess off of what he wants to be paid. Yeah, I'm not willing to pay him that much for that. No way. Kotkaniemi deserves to come back. And again, we will play the short game with RFAs for as long as we... Really for as long as we possibly can. Because obviously the UFA situation is where we'd have to start spending more money. But 3.975 will hopefully work. Puljujärvi. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no to Pool Party. He was outperformed by Jack Studnicka. That's all you need to know. And considering he wants $4 million, even $3 million, I'm going to say no. I think we can save that money and make a big play for a free agent or two. Jeff Carter wasn't bad, but he's old as shit and sucked in the playoffs. Kravtsov is looking for a cheap enough deal that we can justify bringing him back over Puljujärvi. He was better than Puljujärvi this season, so 2.275 for you. Lindblom, same thing like Puljujärvi. He's going to be gone. Lindblom was out, dueled by Jack Studnicka. Stud isn't even all that great, if I'm being honest. Like, he's okay. He's fine. Only wants 1.525 if we use the 85%, so that should go through. Tex, we'll bring him back because he's 24. And maybe, just maybe, possibly, 1.675. He can continue to improve. Morgan at this point we're going to let go of. Bemstrom still has a chance to get better. Anderson Dolan still has the chance to get better. Nick Kamano's 25. I think we'll drop him. We'll drop Koivula. Nate Schnarr. just to see what options are out there. We'll bring back Daoust. Gregor can go. We'll bring back Pistola. Killinen got hurt every other day, but we'll still bring him back. And we'll bring back Tuamala. Jake, I don't know why you're awake either, buddy. You're normally asleep by now. What's going on? Aside from not being able to sleep. Alright, let's move forward. Anderson Dolan's back. Addison. Yokiharu. Kakaniemi. Bemstrom. Tex. Rathbone. Haig. Rodrigue. Kravtsov. Alexiev. Tuamala. Studnicka. Daoust. Lindblom. Killinen. Pistola. Ty Smith. So we pretty much re-signed everybody we were hoping to keep. See, Vancouver Canucks and Detroit Red Wings, the big lottery winners. And in terms of retired players, what do we got? Been hooked on F1. I did. It's an incredible game. So I hear you. Again, I have the itch every day to play it. I just don't have the time. A lot of notable names retiring this year, including one Milan Lucic. Defensively, Brent Burns, Ryan Suter. First I've ever heard of him. Goligoski, Edler. And in goal, Halak, Schneider, and company. So we'll end up getting some staff members out of that. Burns gets off Suter and Stahl. Stahl, Suter. All coaches. Bozak's now a scout. Of course, draft-wise, we don't do anything. So let's do yield. Pick a number between 1 and 32, and it comes up number 31. So that makes it pretty easy. Number 31. Obviously, Winnipeg would be 32. Washington is 31 because we are the 33rd team. So the Washington Capitals get the right to our remaining draft picks. There's not a ton of them. We'll also move on. Well, no, we'll be okay. We'll move on from those ones there. A done deal, and we are out of this draft. Easy does it. And just to show how the first round plays out, Stepan, Russell, Pope, Vandenbush. The only human that goes in the top 5. The real player is Macklin Celebrini. There's an L. Erickson, Linus, Zetterberg, Yzerman, Demidov, Catone, Kiviharu at a 71 medium elite. So yeah, shit, there you go. Gallant was a 78. Man, these drafts are nuts. So again, the draft is the probably the least important thing to us in this series. It's kind of nice. I mean, it's the opposite of a draft to glory, basically. And with that, we go to the re-sign phase. And let's get the confirmation in here. Vanacek is gone. Lindbergh and Skinner are gone. Rodrigue and Lindblom will be the only 2 remaining on the club. Defensively, we're going to let go of Devontaev. 2 horrible playoffs in a row seals it. Timothy Liljegren couldn't outduel Cale Fleury. I am going to drop Fleury and Dursey for now. I will bring back Axel Anderson because he's 24. Mr. Riker Evans can come back. Haimasalmi can also come back. But yeah, Dursey and Fleury, we're going to let go of them as well. Avra, what's going on? For the forwards, Tarasenko's gone. Puljujärvi's gone. Again, no point in qualifying him because draft picks don't do anything for me anyway. Carter and Lindblom are gone. Malgin can go. Kamano, Koivula, Schnarr, Gregor. All those guys can go. We're going to have a decent amount of turnover here, as you might suspect, as Anderson does come back, as does Evans and Haimasalmi. And that brings us to this free agent period, which is it's going to be interesting. There were some promising players that were pending free agents. We don't know if they're going to hit the markets. Come on. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Who's out there? Aho, Teravainen, the big 2. Okay. Holloway's down there as an RFA. That's the first thing to check would be the RFAs. Tolvanen, Holloway. Okay. In goal, nobody. On defense, Ronick and Lindgren, but they're both 26. So we're looking at the forwards here. And to be honest, the top target's clearly Dylan Holloway. Just as good, younger than Tolvanen, cheaper deal. He had 42 goals last year on the Oilers. Very, very well-rounded as a two-way forward as well. Yeah, we got to go for Holloway here. Let's go check to see what Edmonton can afford. And see if there's the... let's see if there's a good way to kind of price them out. They only have $2 million in cap space. So bringing that down to a one-year deal, just to get them on roster and then take it away from there, we're good. So no doubt Dylan Holloway is the target. The problem is I don't think an 85% attempt would work. We are going to try it. And hopefully no one swoops in and takes him. 5.5 is actually over the 85. I don't think he'll accept that, man. I don't think he will. I think we're going to have to go about $6 million. We can't risk not getting him. That's a first and a third. We'll send that deal out, which means we do still have our second round pick to work with. Which brings us anywhere between again, here, let me old man this really quickly. So Jake, if you're re-signing players, typically if you offer, if you go to what the asking price is in game, multiply it by 0.85, that'll get you the lowest that you can reasonably get to have someone still accept. So 238 and a 475. Okay, so we know the price range that we have. We still have a second round pick at our disposal. So obviously, Ellie Tolvanen for anywhere between 2.3 and 4.7 is not going to happen. Luke Cunnin, probably not worth it. There's Alex Formenton. Formenton might be worth it. Is that how people build God squads with caps on? Yes. Or with cap on, yes. Indeed it is. So, Formenton is right in that range of a second round pick. There's Luke Cunnin, who is out of that range. I mean, it's obvious, right? It's either we use it on Alex Formenton or nobody else. Alex Formenton's the guy. He is absolutely the guy. So it's a one-year deal to begin with anyway. I want to make sure that we offer him enough that we kind of price Ottawa out of this. So 475 is what we're going to offer to get Alex Formenton here for the second. So it would be a first, second, and third for Holloway and Formenton. That is a steal. That is our RFA business right there. Honestly, we could still try to get someone like Jamieson Reese. Go back over to the compensation. Kind of an 85 would be 4-4. So see, the problem is the 85 primarily works when re-signing players. It's kind of rare with UFAs. It can help with RFAs, which is why I was considering it, but I really need to make sure I get these guys. 155 is the deal here to get any of these other players who might be worth it. So let's see here. Fogamo's a 76. I'd rather go for Nolan Foote. All right, so Jamieson Reese. Let's see if we can price out the Hurricanes here at 155. No picks required. Nussbaumer's not that good. We'll also go for Nolan Foote on that type of deal at 155 to get him on roster. We'll see if New Jersey matches, and then hey, at the very least, if they do, we help get these guys a raise. Could also go for Jared McIsaac and Samuel Fagemo. To be honest, I think we will. I don't know if there's going to be any other good deals there. I've had quite a few RFAs take it. It's true. Like I said, RFAs a lot more likely than UFAs. But it's still worth doing if you can risk potentially missing out on the player. All right, so we'll see if we can lock down those deals. For UFAs, let's look at the forwards. In terms of anybody with potential, Jesse Ilanen. I'd love to get him on the team at 1.5. 25, 25. Liam Foudy is also a younger player at this rate. Rasmus Kupari. No real competition for him. McCollum. Randomly here. He'd be a great pickup for us. As would Kavasha. We can just take advantage of the AI not signing their players, apparently. I mean, they're low sixes, but still. Yeah, I mean, the 25-year-olds, doesn't really matter. How many low sixes are there? Madden, McLeod, Calvis. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally sign too many people. You know? Bysted is definitely someone we can send the deal to. Let's go for it with these guys, man. Even Philip Kurashev. Gonna be a little bit aggressive in the open market here. Gage Calvis. To bring you in. We'll go for McLeod and Madden as well. Which will bring us up to a decent amount of contracts. So, we're looking okay. That's going to bring us up to a crap load of contracts, but the problem is there's really only like 1 or 2 guys here that I'm targeting because you can tell the prices are pretty steep. Defensively. Johansson's absolutely worth it. Aside from that, Jetwoo, Kalachunuk, there's no guarantees we get all these guys either, especially the RFAs, which is why I'm willing to be aggressive. So, I mean, that would bring us up to 49 contracts right there. Defensively, there's no crazy help on the way either. I gotta wait for some of these bigger asking prices to drop. And then there is a medium elite goalie in Engren, who is clearly the guy to throw our name into the hat for. Juha Engren. There's also some medium starters. Well, I mean, there's a medium starter in is that Tyler Brennan? It is. Also, wouldn't mind getting Mad Shogard. Let's see what happens here over the next couple of days. Johnny Gaudreau gets dealt to Vegas. Bysted signs. Bang. Kavasha. McCollum. Kurashev. Kupari. Formanton we don't know yet. Jetwoo. McLeod. Jameson Reese we don't know yet. Foudy signs. McIsaac we don't know. Ilanen signs. Fogamo we don't know. Tyler Madden signs. Dimmadome we just got pooped on in the playoffs again. Calvis. Kalachunuk. Nolan Foote we don't know yet. Johansson. Engren signs, so we get a medium elite goalie in the system. We don't end up with Jameson Reese. Dylan Holloway, we don't know yet. We don't end up with Jared McIsaac. We do not end up with Fogamo. Brady Tkachuk just got dealt to the New York Islanders. We don't get Nolan Foote either. So a lot of those guys that I had a feeling the teams would match for, they indeed matched for. But that does mean now that we have room to sign Tyler Brennan. We also have room to sign Matt Shogard, which could be our goalie situation taken care of right there. Sebastian Aho is indeed off the market. Let's see where some of the top FAs have gone so far. Bunting to Colorado. Blake Wheeler to Washington. Hellebuck to the Islanders. Again, we still don't know about Dylan Holloway. Sebastian Aho went to Arizona. Taves went to Montreal. Hanifin to Seattle. Giordano to Toronto. Letang to Columbus. D'Angelo to San Jose. Sim would be pissed. Calgary gets Giroux. Lankin into the Islanders. Here we go. We gotta wait to see what happens with Holloway. Ottawa matched for Alex Formenton. That sucks. That sucks a lot. But Dylan Holloway has signed for a first and a third. We also get Brennan and Sjogard, so we don't get Formenton. That means we still have our second round pick to use. However, Lindgren, Cunnin, Tolvanen. We need it down to below 4.75. We might still be able to swing this to get a good RFA. It's not going to be Tolvanen yet. It's not going to be Cunnin yet. It could be Lindgren, but I feel like Lindgren's the one that we want the least. No disrespect, Ryan. So let's take a look at the organization really quickly and see where we need the most help. Especially our goaltending situation. Which is now, I mean, Sjogard, Rodrigue, Engren, Lindbaum, Brennan. Could sign a veteran goalie, but in a way, why frickin' bother? On defense, it is Smith, Ulevi. It's just a logjam of talent. An absolute logjam of talent that's on the cusp of making it. And then honestly, the forward core is still looking pretty good, and it's the same thing. We have a lot of forwards signed. A lot. If we were to go for a forward at this point, Tarasenko can suck it. I used Tom Wilson in Seattle as well, so I'm going to say no. I did use Tolvanen as well, but it's different because I need to use this second rounder. Teravainen's price has dropped all the way down to an 8.9. There are definitely players that we can go for. Pesci right now is the top defenseman that's out there. And then in goal, you got Mrazek, you got Gustafsson. Could send the big one-year deal to Mrazek. I'm going to try. He has competition here, but we have money to flex. I'm going to try to send the big one-year deal to Pesci. I'm going to try to send the big one-year deal to Mrazek. Chicago's also in for him. And then we'll wait to see what happens with the big-time forwards. Particularly Eeli Tolvanen. Pesci signs, Mrazek signs, so both signed to a one-year big money deal, which leaves us theoretically with one contract spot, which I would prefer to use on Eeli Tolvanen to use up that second round pick. So for now, we wait. Let's sim to the end of July, and we'll see if Tolvanen's still there. We could have signed more established veterans. We went with a lot of younger guys that were on the open market. It's down to $7 million now for Tolvanen. And guys like Tom Wilson are still out there. Okay. Oh, it's just a question of what is going to happen with Eeli Tolvanen. Towards the end of August now. Tolvanen's still out there again, under 4.7. It's getting close. If he makes it to the preseason, I think we make a move. If he makes it to the preseason, I think we're okay. It's going to roll over to the start of the next year. Can we use this second that we have literally no value for other than offer sheets to get Eeli Tolvanen 4.75? Again, we can offer more, but it has to be 4.75 to use the second. I'm gonna offer it and just see what the hell happens. I mean, I doubt he signs it, but we'll give it a shot. Otherwise, Ryan Lindgren's still out there. Honestly, Luke Kunnen's still out there. And if we can't get Eeli Tolvanen, we can get Luke Kunnen. Puljujärvi isn't looking for anything either. Nobody signed Jesse Puljujärvi. Holy crap. I guess that shows I made the right choice to not go after Puljujärvi, because holy hell, man. Also, there is a sweet medium top 6. Oh, Liam Kirk. It's Liberatore, Liam Kirk, but we went for guys with higher potentials. Puljujärvi says no. It's going to be Puljujärvi or it's going to be Kunnen. Tolvanen down to, or I meant Tolvanen instead of Puljujärvi, sorry. Damn. I can't believe nobody signed Puljujärvi. Smith wants their cheap deal. Yeah, we had Riley Smith before, though it didn't work out. Fortunately. I think we might just have to settle for Luke Kunnen. Which isn't bad. I mean, he could fit in pretty well on the 4th line. Let's try again. His asking price is dropping by the day. We might even have to wait until the beginning of December. Or, you know, just before the beginning of December, but... Tolvanen, it's better to sign for dirt cheap than it is to sit around and do nothing. We do have to look at setting up the actual team right now, just in case, to make sure that we are good to go in case of waivers. Mrazek and Sjogard as kind of the guys right now, and Lindbaum can get the call up as our 3rd goalie there. Rodrigue's kind of in trouble. Pesci, Smith, Juolevi, Alexiev, Jokiharju, Haig. Rathbone also deserves a chance. And then for the forwards, we have 10, 11, 12, and 13 with Alanen. So Foodie can be dropped down. Bemstrom deserves a chance from last year. We kind of have a general idea. Again, Tessier could be sent down. Anderson Dolan could be sent down. White was okay. He wasn't amazing. Same for Stud, Kravtsov. So what do we have here then? It's 10, 11 with White. We wanted to give Ruzicka an opportunity. Kravtsov and Stud are safe. We let go of Kyrou, because he was very inconsistent. Honestly, I think for Colin White, we can maybe look to bring in somebody else instead. I want to give Daoust the chance. He's been in the system for a little bit. 10, 11, and then we need one more. That could honestly be the chance for White, and then Anderson Dolan can be there as well, or Tex. Let's go with Tex and White, and we'll see who ends up being the scratch and who isn't. But those are pretty much the guys, unless we add one more forward, which we might as well. Actually, we didn't let go of Kyrou. I thought we did. Alright, so that's okay for the moment. Alright. Tolvanen accepted. Now can Nashville get the deal done? They matched it. After all that, they matched the deal for Tolvanen. I have $20 million in cap space. We are cap compliant at the moment. So we will go ahead with the idea of trying to bring in Luke Kunnen. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. All that just for them to accept. So again, we'll try to give up the 2nd to bring in Luke Kunnen. And he'll likely be in Colin White's spot. Cunnin has accepted. But will they give him up? And indeed, there we go. So we bring in Luke Cunnin for a second rounder, using up our first, second, and thirds again on the offer sheet market, essentially. 10, 11, 12, and then 13 with Daoust. So again, I'm not totally sold by White. We'll bring up Cunnin. It was 10, 11, 12, and 13 with Daoust. I don't quite know who the scratch would be. I want to give Daoust the chance before Bemstrom. Actually, again, Tex wasn't... I think Tex will end up being the healthy scratch. Or not. Or we give him one more chance. I think we got to give Tex one more chance. So I'm going to send down Bemstrom. Call up Tex, and then White will probably be the healthy scratch. Could have saved a mill there. I mean, well, the problem was, though, I wanted to use up a little bit of cap, too. Like, he's only signed for a year. The important thing was to just get him under contract. So, the team, then, this year... I mean, based off of last year, no doubt about it. Dubois, Kubalik, Mangiapane, top line. And then based off of last year, Kotkaniemi is the only guy who really has that spot settled in. Kairu's got a lot to prove. Kravtsov wasn't too bad. Cunnin doesn't fit on that other line. Kravtsov was better than Stud and Kairu. That particular line wasn't anything crazy. Again, Kravtsov was the best of the bunch. We're going to give Tex a really good opportunity here to prove himself by starting him over the guys on the fourth line who are new boys to the team. So Dubois will be the center. We might as well go with Holloway at center. That's perfectly fine. Let's just go with Tessier, Stud, Kairu. And then the better face-offs do belong to Cunnin. So that fourth line's not looking all that bad. I mean, the forward core is pretty damn good. Defensively, Smith was damn good last year. Haig was arguably our second best defenseman. Then you Levy and Alex. So we'll let Jokiharju play with Pesce. And Pesce as well has a little bit to prove. And then we brought in Peter Mrazek, who also has a little bit to prove. No spots on this team are guaranteed. It's players got to get it done, or they leave, which is why the likes of Timothy Liljegren aren't here anymore. Rathbone, I'm gonna kind of leave as the healthy scratch for now because I have confidence in him. We need to see what Jokiharju can do. That's the thought process behind that. So again, that defense is incredible. Philip Johansson starts tearing it up. He'll get a chance at the NHL level. Tuamala's really finally turning the corner and becoming a dangerous threat if he were to play. We do have a lot of forwards signed as well. So like I said, there's so much competition now within this team for guys to carve out these spots that it's either perform or get the hell off the team. 91, 90, and an 82 for the ratings. Ivan Demidov is apparently an X factor on the other side, though, for the Flames. That is scary. So we'll get into our next season probably tomorrow, but...
Oh, good for you!
Al, I'm guessing it's... I mean, Al is an Alabama-made, LA-raised? I don't even know. Or is your dad named Al? Shout out to Al.